What's going on today, guys? So back here with the 2014 Sportster 48 1200 today, because this one didn't for some reason from the dealership come with a quick disconnect for the battery charger, we're going to put one on. So we did go with the actual Harley brand, which we'll get to one right here in just a moment. The battery charger harness, as you see there, I believe this number was 94624-97B as in Bravo. They're basically all the same. I don't think the part number really matters, but basically there's a big reason why we went with the Harley brand. That biggest reason is because this one does have the spot for the fuse, which kind of regulates that positive current going through as well to make sure that the bike's just not being overcharged, not damaging the battery, which a lot of your cheaper ones on eBay and Amazon, they don't come with that. Also, is what I've seen a lot of others, they don't come with connectors on the end, so then you don't know which one's positive, which one's negative. And the problem with that is you're running around with a voltmeter trying to figure out which one's producing charge to what and which one's not working and flipping polarity. That's just not something I wanted to do. I'm not exactly sure how much these go for from your local Harley dealership, which again on the back it does tell you how to hook it up and where to run it to, but this one I believe I picked up on eBay for 15 bucks, not bad at all. And we're going to install it today, so we're going to show you what to do. So with this 48, we're going to have to remove this cover to access the battery, and then also we're going to take off the seat. Just to make things a little easier and speed up the process, we're going to make that happen here in blink of an eye. So, alright, so in this installation here, you're going to need a couple tools. You are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to be able to get the seat bolt off. And then you can actually use it here for the connectors, or you can go ahead and grab a socket. I believe that is a 10mm, maybe an 11 because it's Harley. These newer Sportsters are kind of cool because the cover right here for the side of the battery do have like a little hanger, so they just drop down really nice. You ain't got to sit them somewhere where back them scratched or stepped on. And then, as we'll look on in here deeper, so here is the positive battery terminal where we'll be hooking the positive and of course the negative, which I'm going to find out a good way so we can run the wire up through here, and we'll run it up through so that most of the wire is hidden so we can easily just detach, and it won't be anywhere in the way of any suspension parts, any motorized parts, anything that gets hot. Even if it does, it's not a big deal, but definitely nothing towards any moving, revolving parts. Let's speed this on up and begin. On this here, you probably saw me running up through the bottom and around and everything like that. You might be thinking, hey Steve, it might be a little easier just to go in from the top. Yes and no. It just all depends on what model you have. How you prefer to do it, it's your own choice. But we'll go back in a second and button this on up. I just wanted to see how much slack that I had with this particular setup. I wanted a good spot to put our fuse, which it rests nicely down in there. It's not coming in contact with anything else. It's right up with our connectors. It's not getting any charge from anything else.
we've got it bolted up right there. And then we've got the negative connected here. We've got it run out to the bottom, but I'm going to check for making sure that this wire is not connected, make sure that it's tucked away. We're going to make sure any excess is tucked away and touch back after we get everything buttoned back up. Alrighty guys, so we've got it buttoned all back up, got the feed back on, got the cover back on. We're going to take you through where I decided to run it. So, wipe off the smudges there. As you'll see here, now also when you put this cover back on, make sure that you're not pinching the wire here that actually runs straight through to your O2 sensor. So just make sure that it's got some give there because it's supposed to have a little bit of play. It should not be pinched there. And so this wire here that is your brake cable, your active brake cable with fluid, I actually just tucked it in right behind it as you can see here, and then it runs right up behind the cover. Now this wire back here did have a little bit of electrical tape that was hanging off. I actually utilized it and just wrapped it around to kind of tie them together. So this way, you know, it may flap just a little bit. I might have to spin this cover around or spin the wire around a little bit just so it doesn't rub, but either way, this is just an easy spot here, the way it doesn't dangle too far. It's not in the way of any other moving parts. And then we'll just test it out and make sure that it's not coming in contact with the suspension or anything like that. And it's a great place to have it to where it just drops right off. You can go and plug in your connector and go from there. So thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, leave it a thumbs up. We're going to do some more to the Sportster. The wife surprised me today that she ordered an air intake. As you know, we took that stock cover off so that she could get her feet to the forward controls, which we actually have mid controls in, as I told you guys. So the mid control actually did not come with a shifter, so I had to order one of those. It finally came in, and that is our next project on the to-do list with the Sportster. So definitely stay tuned for more videos. You guys stay safe out there on the road, and we'll see you out there.